struggling with prop firms? Let's go. You're a 9 to 5 working individual, a common man or a woman. You're trying to find a way to escape the 9 to 5. So you come across trading, trying to approach, something that looks very simple in the beginning, of course, and that's how it's shown as well. So you come across these complicated methods and they just frustrate you more and more and more. Now, I used to be there myself. I've traded every strategy out there. Now the break and retest, guys, this is what I'm showing right now, and I'm going to be going into this. Obviously I've marked out my levels, and these boxes in yellow, they're just consolidation. I marked out the levels on the bigger time frame, and I'll be popping down to the small time frame now. Leave a comment, obviously like, share, subscribe, but leave a comment, guys, below if you're one of them traders that I've just mentioned. You're working 9 to 5, whatever job it is. Even if you're not, you're trying to find a method, a way to make trading super simple, and that's what it actually is. We learned all these ICT concepts, trend line concepts, and they do work, right? Every strategy out there works, but the difference is for the overall individual, right? It's a complicated system. It's too complicated. Now we learn about everything, right? Just to realize simplicity was enough. It's like you achieve a PhD, guys, in uni, and you just realize high school was enough. And that's what basically happens in this trading space, and it's basically what's happened to me as well. Learned every strategy under the sun, traded with signals, and that is simplest. What trading all it is, guys, it's all about levels, not about fair value gaps, not about inducements and liquidity grabs. There's chocks, change of character, break of structures. There is break of structures, of course, because when it comes to levels, if there's levels, there will be breaks, structures being broken, zones being broken, more should I say, but this break and retest is more beginner friendly. That's what I'm trying to get at. Simple 3-step process. So what I teach my students as well, and who are funded, and one of the students he's never failed a prop firm challenge. He had never taken a prop firm challenge. If I just go on the this is the mentorship side here, and this is obviously the community. We're up to about 420 members, and it's just the growth of the community is absolutely been phenomenal. But the mentorship side, posting our winners now on average, we have losing trades, but on average they break even. So I mean, even if the traders don't go in our direction, but we don't really lose as well, if that makes sense. But we call them experienced trades. We don't like to call them losing trades, because losses you can still learn from. It's an experience. If you keep thinking, okay, I'm taking losing trades, mentally you're gonna think, am I a loser then? This is just the trading library. I added it today, and this is just basically where an individual can come and just giving videos that can help provide value, videos, books, and other information. And obviously we have our live group calls. I provide one-to-one sessions. I'll even if I show you this, right? Had someone create this for me. So like, what is the one-to-one mentorship? It's limited space. First of all, it's something I provide one-to-one. Yes, it's from myself, and I offer live group sessions, live chart breakdowns, live trading sessions together, unlimited one-to-one sessions. I want to get this out of the way, guys. Obviously my full strategy that was able to get me up to 600,000 funded, it's lifetime access, and what it basically does, guys, at the end of the day, it just simplifies your trading. And if you want to have access, come message me, join the Discord link. The link is in the video description. Hit me a one-to-one, and we'll just take it from there. Now, if I come into this strategy, I don't want to speak about this too long, because I'm going to be going into obviously the way I mark the levels. And just to make clear, guys, this is not how I trade though. I trade the break and retest, but this is not how I trade. Mine has a higher win rate. This strategy is the simple, the basic level break and retest. The way I trade is more easier. My students will obviously agree with this as well. More simpler, more easier. I show ways of identifying consolidation before they happen. Not before, but like pretty much, so you can just get out early, and also when they end. And also there's other ways. I mean, if you can avoid consolidations and other things, there's obviously how I show in the mentorship. It makes trading. I mean, so I've had some of my students even like pick this up within 2 days. the way I trade, and they're already profitable. Picked this up even in a week, and it's just more, you know, obviously it's limited space. I'm not taking on everyone. I do, you know, I am strict on who I take on, but yeah, just come and message me. Now, without wasting any further time, now the way I've marked out these levels on the bigger time frame, guys, let's start from the basics at the beginning. First, obviously, I'm looking at levels of rejections. Now, obviously, I've got the 12-hour daily. I'll just like, you know, back testing with this, experimenting with this. I don't use this, so ignore this. Actually, what I'll do is just I'll just remove this so you don't get confused. Okay, so levels of rejections, right? There's resistance. Here there was a support. Just putting that back. Just put that back. I mean, look at this, clean wick rejections, right? Clean levels of rejections. This was done on a bigger time frame, and then what do we do from there? We pop down to the smaller time frame. After coming down to the small time frame, now what I'm going to do, guys, because every time I change the time frame, what it's going to do is it's going to put me to the present moment. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm just going to put it in like a replay mode, so every time I do go to a smaller time frame, it doesn't just keep putting me to the present moment. Now if we look at this, right, I get a break. This is a bearish candle break. Price comes back up. So step one, we draw the zones. Step one, we draw the zones. Now I have identified a break, right? This is on a smaller time frame. I can go then to even a much smaller time frame. Now this is on gold, guys, the untamable gold, so called. So now let's see, this is where you got to be a bit more. Now my method that I show as well, this is why I don't like going to too much of a smaller time frame as well, because it's not too clear. Like I'm going to a more smaller time frame. This one would probably be better because it's closer in this near the psychological key level, and it's a rejection bullish candle. You could take your entry from there, and this would give you a nice 1 to 4. Now obviously the stop loss here I've used, you can refine it deciding on the best one. I do have some of my students that do trade gold, and the stop loss, I mean, we believe in using a fixed stop loss, not where, you know, you take one entry and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my stop loss up here now, or my stop loss down here. It's a fixed stop loss. Why? Because we know on average, if the price moves in a certain distance, you know, then it doesn't, you know, if it moves in our direction, we have a fixed TP as well. If it moves in our direction, we know, okay, it's moved this much, that's our TP, job done. If it hits our stop loss, and if it's moved a certain amount of pips, we know, right, it's moved this much, it was never going to head in that direction, most likely. So it doesn't basically just, it doesn't favor our bias, right? Simply put it. Now price keeps on going, and we do get a break here, but no, obviously not a good enough rejection. Actually, let's test this out, right? Now you're probably thinking I'm getting breaks down here, but obviously I've got the move, catching the move here. So if I make this smaller like this, now here, if you get the break, but the rejection here, guys, let's go on a smaller time frame, because I already checked this out. I'm not just drawing this for nothing, right? But I can even go through this with you guys. Look at this, going on a smaller one. It's the bullish candles, right? The bullish candles, I want to see something bearish, something closing below the key level. Like remember the first one, it was a bullish candle, but it still closed below the key levels. So price keeps going. Now this channel, guys, the key message for this channel that I've created, and I keep posting videos every 2 days, is just to show the simplicity of trading and the amount of garbage that's online of everyone just saying, yeah, you gotta have the latest software, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. You know, it's an $8 trillion a day market. Then we just naturally think that, okay, we need some high-tech software. No, you know, there is a simpler way of doing it. Now just one moment. Now look at this, guys. This closes above the key level. Yes, I admit that, but maybe you can take after this bullish candle, because this is also a support created, and then this rejection here also above this new support level here. So maybe you can take this here after this bullish candle forms. But the reason I didn't like this was because it's still too far from my psychological key level. But let's just say we still take this, right? Let's say we just still take this. How much can we take out of this? 1 to 5, not bad. Price keeps going. Okay, then what happens? We get a clean breakout here. Let's go back. Now let's see what clues are being left for us. Okay, candle break. This is better. The next candle is bullish, but also it's rejecting this key level. And look at this. Look how accurately I've drawn the key level. Perfectly comes down, and that's one of my edges, if you want to call it. You know, the ability to draw the correct key levels. Well, look at, even this is a perfect touch here. Pretty much clean, very clean, of course, but not a perfect touch. And then obviously clean touch here, and then price just shoots back up. So I can even take another entry from here. So as we go along, I'm getting more winners, catching more winners. Another 1 to 5. These are almost 1 to 6s, guys. Almost 1 to 6s, right? So let's keep going. And that's the whole idea of this, like I'm mentioning earlier about the channel, you know, to simplify trading. None of this fair value gap stuff. None of it's all about levels. The market is all about levels. That's all it cares about. That's all it cares about. Look at this. We get the candle break. Let's go to a small time frame. I've gotten the candle break, rejection. See, now this is why I don't like going to too much of a smaller time. Okay, this is probably better. Yeah, this is better. Price closes with another rejection wick below the key level. We can get a almost, what can we stretch this out, a 5.8. Let's just call these 5s, you know, let's keep it nice and simple. Let's call these 5s, and I'm done trading for the day. It's around 2 p.m. UK time, so as I'm making this video, so I'm done for the day. Currently I'm waiting for a payout with this week from my, so I'm just not trading. I'm actually testing, as my students know, I'm testing something with the risk management on a much smaller account, just using it as an experiment, because once you know, obviously you don't want to just stop there, right? And that's what this mentorship's all about. Once we come here, you know, once you become profitable, it's not about just using the same approach. It's about using the same strategy on different currency pairs, different trading instruments, but also a way to manage risk better, cut your losses even more, increase your wins even more. And that's the whole idea. Now, the simplicity, you know, of this strategy, and that's why even from the thumbnail, you probably seen it, I've named it Save Me From ICT. The whole idea is, how easy is this, guys? All I'm doing is, you know, marking zones. We're looking for breakouts, and we're looking for rejections, and that's it. Now I'm entering consolidation phase. Now this is something obviously I only show in my mentorship. You know, I don't offer any courses, I don't offer any signals. This is a full transparency, you know, program. A one-to-one mentorship, guys, or even a group sessions shows my transparency. And plus, the reason I came up with the idea of the mentorship is because if you took a course, you might be left with 100 questions after. Who's going to be there to answer them? No one. But if in the mentorship, sometimes my students, the profitable ones, could answer, or you can get in direct touch with myself. I come on the server every single day. You know, anyone has access to me in the mentorship. Anyone has access to me. So here, consolidation is over. Price breaks through again. As I mentioned, I show how it ends and how it, you know, obviously nearly how it starts. So you can obviously minimize losses there as well. We get the breakthrough. Now when we got the breakthrough, this is a strong bearish candle. Price comes back up. You can wait for a little bit of a retracement. Let's pop to a smaller time frame. Again, closing below the key level, right? That's all I care about. You could take your entry from here, and price just absolutely tanks from here, and then we get another one. So we already marked the zone. Let's see what price is showing on a smaller time frame, right? Let's see what clues we're getting. Breakthrough. This would be the cleaner entry after this bullish candle. Well, it's a very weak bullish candle, long wick rejection. So price just tanks from here. Now let's just keep going. Beautiful. So what does this give? Almost I mean, to make things, this is almost a 1 to 8. It's insane. Now I don't want to bore you guys, right? And this is something I was meaning to show as well. Suppose you take 10 trades. Suppose you take 10 trades, guys, and you know, let's say it's your average win, and obviously what I show is a 1 to 4 risk to reward strategy, 1 to 5, 1 to 6. We normally mostly trade gold, euro, USD, and GBP, JPY. Focusing on the 10 next trade. Once you place a live trade, you focus on the next one, not on the one that you're currently in. So let's just say I take a trade, right? I take a trade, and obviously you can hear that's the police sirens going off in the back, because even they're aware how obviously dangerous this break and retest strategy is. So so we're gonna take 10 trades, right? 10 coins. We're gonna flip 10 coins. Heads, let's call them the winners. I've got a 1 to 4 risk to reward. I won't say 1 to 5, 1 to 6, but let's keep it simple. 1 to 4 risk to reward strategy. My average win to rate is around 68-70%. Now we're gonna flip the coin. Heads is the winner. So let's see what happens. 10 coins, right? Heads is the winners. Look at this. 6 times 4, 6, 12, 24, minus 4. I'm still up 20%. Well, that's insane, of course, right? That's why it's very important you focus on. But let's go again. Let's think of something else. Let's do now tails as the winner, right? Let's flip the coin. 1 to 4 is reward. Okay, this is getting crazy now. Okay, so let's 7, 14, 28. 28 take away 3, guys, is 25. 25, we walk away 25% profit out of 10 trades. Let's make it a bit more challenging, right? A 1 to 2 risk to reward, 10 trades. Simple break and retest strategy. I didn't even mention if the heads or tails. Okay, heads is the winner, 1 to 2, right? Let's see. 7-4 intake with, you know, so 11% profit. Now this is with the 1 to 2 risk to reward. Imagine the 1 to 4 with majority. This is obviously needing of my win percent anyway, 70%. So super simple strategy, guys. You know, obviously I'm sure how I mark the levels. I show obviously even in my mentorship, you know, there's session breakdowns. If I go to here, session breakdowns, I'll just be going over the videos on how to identify. Like here with gold, I'm seeing a potential to hit 1 to 5, even to 1 to 8, and it's about how good your zones are, right? It's a simple strategy, but all it comes down to is how good your zones are. Your zones, your entries are only as good as your zones. If your zones are great, your entries are naturally going to be great, even if your entries are not the best. By the way, I want to show you something, guys. This is not an entry that I've taken, and I was just monitoring this, right? Because remember, I trade the break and retest, but not like this. And this is news. Obviously news came out today, literally about 45 minutes ago. Now here there was an opportunity to take a buy. Now I don't trade gold. The strategy works well on gold, but I don't trade gold. The other students, some of the other students do. Now I was just looking at this. Obviously the stop loss is a lot bigger here. We don't use the stop loss this big. It's a lot bigger here. We like tight stop losses. Why? Because we know we have the confidence in the zones that we draw. So the zones that I show, there's such high quality zones that making stop loss bigger will be just leaving money on the table. That makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Now the whole idea of making this video, guys, is if you guys are trading ICT, you know, I'm not knocking ICT, I'm not knocking his strategy. His strategy works, right? There are profitable traders. All I'm saying is it's not beginner friendly. It's not even intermediate friendly, right? You have to be, it's like the amount of traders that become successful from the trading ICT strategy SMC is, you know, it's very, very rare. You know, it's very small minority. All I'm saying is this is more user friendly, beginner friendly, should I say. It doesn't matter if you're beginner level anyway or intermediate level. You know, now I've just gamified this. It's gone to that stage now, guys. I'm bored of this strategy. Why? What I mean is, well, that's how you know if you're making it work, once it becomes boring as well. You know, it's super simple. I show level like here, like, I mean, 1 to 5 is on average here, 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 4. I mean, but like this is one, okay, like let's even 1 to 5 here, 1 to 5, because here obviously gold moves like crazy. So 1 to 5s, 1 to 4s, like the students in the let's go over today's sessions. Actually, let's go over today's actually live trades. Was one of the students caught a live gold. Okay, I got out early on a 1 to 3 on Euro USD, but one of the students was still holding, so I said to him, should go for a 1 to 5, just keep holding. I got out early, but I mean, it's just super simple, guys, super simple. The passing profit challenges becomes easy. Even 10% drawdown starts to seem a lot. It actually does. It actually does, you know, with prop firms. And the whole idea of this channel is that, once again, I'm just mentioning, it's about, you know, passing prop firm challenges, making them look easier. You know, I'm not saying them, you still have to have a discipline, good psychology, good strategy, good edge, good mindset, good intentions even, should I say. You know, or not to think negative. And I think even negative thinking just, you know, takes you down a wrong path and just messes everything up. But I mean, let's do it once again, right? 1 to 4 is to reward. I just love flipping these coins. It's just a noise that I make. So let's quickly do one more. Okay, let's do tails as the winner, right? Flip the coin, tails as the winner. 4, so 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 6, sorry, 16 divide, take away 6, 10. Still walk with 10%, guys, after 10 trades on a 100k account. You know how much that is. That's 10,000. So I'll just leave it. This video's been long enough, guys. Hope you found value from this. Take care, and I'm out. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe, share, leave me a comment. I reply to every single one of my comments, and join the Discord community as well. Give me a shout if you need more, if you're looking for one-to-one mentorship. Take care.